Hey there world, I'm the Courageous Goldfish, and today we finally have a haul for the first time in like 4 months. Exciting stuff. The last time I did one of these merch hauls was all the way back in September, and I've just kind of been collecting stuff ever since so that I could make a fully fledged video of all the stuff I've picked up over the last couple of months. If you were here last week for my 2023 pre-orders video, you would know that I was supposed to be getting 3 Urza figures by the end of the month. Unfortunately, one of them did get delayed into February, so we only have 2 to talk about today, but I have supplemented it with a lot of other like little things that I've picked up over the past couple of months. As always, I will be putting the stories in the little like scroll bar, so you can scroll in between sections that you are or aren't interested in. But without further ado, let's kick off this haul with my brand new Manga Pickups. Obviously, something that has happened in between September and now is Christmas, so a lot of these things I'm showing you today were Christmas gifts for my family. That is the case for all of the manga volumes I will be showing you today. I got them as Christmas gifts and I'm like so super excited to talk about them. Most of you would know I kind of like dipped my toes into starting to collect manga in May, and I started off with a couple of different series, one of which I am getting like pretty close to being finished with, which is awesome. So I do actually have some more volumes of Black Butler to go through today. Just to do a little quick recap, when I first bought this series, I bought the first 9 volumes, and then a couple of months later I bought another chunk of it. I bought 12 through 19, so I was missing 10 and 11 and anything above 19. So for Christmas, I received volume number 11, which has one of the Queen's butlers on it. I think this one is Phipps. He's either Phipps or he's Gray. I'm pretty sure this one is Phipps. Luckily, I'm able to pick it right up where I left off with number 19. I have volume number 20 here, which has Finny on the front. Number 21, which has Baldroy. Volume 22, which has this really cool illustration of Mayrin, the maid. And my collection currently ends with volume number 23, which has this very cool guy on it. I have not read this far, so I do not know who that is, and I feel like Googling it is going to give me spoilers, so like the cover art for volume number 19, I don't know what his name is. He looks very cool though. And I do actually have volume number 10 ordered, so I do have an order for it. Once they're able to fulfill that order, I will have that one. So technically I have it, just not like physically. So for now I have a complete set from 1 to 23. I believe that right now we're on 31, which is exciting because that means I only need like less than 10 volumes to finish up this series as of right now. Super excited about that. I am being super annoying, and even though volume number 10 covers material that they show in the show, like it's not a new plot line to me, I am very dedicated to reading them in order, so I'm not reading the rest of them until I get volume number 10. So I probably won't be picking up this series for a while just because I kind of want to finish the ones that I have first before I start buying other ones. This next series though is one that I am super excited to talk about on this channel. I have always had like such deep love for this series, even though it's kind of like fallen by the wayside now. Just like Black Butler, when I started collecting manga in May, I picked up the prequel novel series for this particular franchise, and I'm so excited to start collecting the main manga story. So for Christmas, I did get the first 4 volumes of Seraph of the End. Again, these were animes that I really loved when I was younger, and I was just heartbroken that we never got a resolution to the plot, and so I'm super duper excited to be reading this series so that I know how it ends. I just want to know how it ends. They were really mean, leaving us on that cliffhanger and then like canceling the show. Rude. And so I do in fact have volume 1, which has Yuichiro on the front. Volume number 2, which has this fantastic art of Mikaela. And of course, had to get volume number 3, which has my girl Shinwa on the front. I know Shinwa is a polarizing character, especially for anime-only watchers, but I personally have always loved her, and you get so much more depth to her character when you read the light novel series, so big fan. Big fan. She's my girl. My current collection ends with volume number 4, which has Farid on the front. I can't really make up my mind about Farid, to be honest, because in the mainline series, he's like kind of annoying to me, but when you read the light novel series, you know, he actually kind of becomes an interesting character, so don't know how to feel just yet. But volume number 4 is where we end at the moment. The really cool thing about these Seraph of the End volumes is that they actually come with a free mini poster on the inside cover. Obviously, as a fan of the series, I love to have full color illustrations of the art. I really think that more manga franchises should be doing this, adding in these little extras, because I, as a collector, really appreciate it. Obviously, I don't have space to hang all of them, but I do really love the art style, and so I will definitely be picking my favorites to put up on my wall. But this is the one that comes with volume number 1. It's this very cool illustration of Shinwa and Yuichiro in their school uniforms. Volume number 2 has my current favorite one on the inside. This just has most of the main cast. Love that. I just kind of love the composition of this. And also, my girl Cruel in the corner over here. Hello. Also another one of my favorite characters. So this is probably the one that I'll be ripping out and putting up. Volume number 3 is another really cool one. This one has Mitsuba and Shinwa. And volume number 4 has this really cool one of Yuichiro and his demon. I can't quite remember what her name is off the top of my head. But she's really cool, and you can kind of see her hair is like kind of a galaxy type pattern. You can see like the stars and constellations in it. Really love that detail. Very pretty. Asuramaru, that's her name. Yeah, definitely remembered that. Asuramaru. I just have one more thing to talk about before we move into figure territory. It's another Christmas gift that I got from my lovely younger brother, and I've talked about it in one of my previous videos a couple of weeks ago, but I actually have a replica fiberglass Genshin sword to show you. How crazy is that? Absolutely insane. Like, there was just this big box underneath the tree that had my name on it, and I was like, what did you do? And I pulled a whole sword out of this box? You gotta be kidding me. Absolutely insane. So I'm super duper excited about my sword. We have hung it up on the wall back here. You might have noticed like the bottom end of it there, but I do have a replica fiberglass Skyward Pride, which is super exciting. I can't even like show it to you fully in the frame, but like, excuse me? How freaking cool is this thing? But this was a gift from my brother, and so I am super pleased with it, honestly. I believe, I'm not 1000% sure because I didn't ask him, but I did some Googling, and I believe that he bought this from a Canadian retailer called Fire and Steel. They're very well known in our community for making prop weapons, battle-ready ones, or just fiberglass replicas. He actually got himself a battle-ready replica of the Kill Bill katana, and that is like so cool. But yes, I'm very happy with my replica sword. I've always been very interested in prop weapons, prop swords, anything like that. I actually have my Sailor Moon Proplica weapons, which are like pretty much the jewels of my collection in my opinion. I love them so dearly. So always been interested in prop weapons. This was not an unwelcome gift. I am super duper happy, and obviously I need to make a Genshin cosplay now, so stay tuned for that, I guess. Obviously, I am really spoiled as a scale figure collector. Most of the figures that I buy have really crisp and clean paint jobs, so obviously you can't expect that same level of quality for everything else. So the paint job here is, we'll say it could be better. I've considered sanding it down to repaint it myself so that I could put the amount of detail in to make it perfect, but honestly, it's not too bad, and I really can't be bothered, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. But overall, honestly, it's not that bad, and when it's hung up on the wall, you really can't even tell, so I am super satisfied with this. All right, now we can get into figure territory. I actually technically have 3 figures to talk about today, one of which just so happens to be my very first nendoroid. Now listen, I have my own ups and downs with nendoroids as much as the rest of the community does. This is actually my first one for a reason, because in general, I'm not really super invested in having a lot of nendoroids in my collection. I just thought that she was so cute and I had to have her for my collection. I really love this show, and to be honest, we're not getting as much merch as I thought that we would. This show was relatively popular in the season that it came out, and we're kind of not getting a whole lot of scale figure announcements for this character, so I'm getting a little bit nervous about that, but I do have here with me the Shoko Komi Nendoroid. How freaking cute is she? Come on. I've had her since October when she came out, so she's a little bit dusty now. I'll have to dust her out for the B-roll, but this was my first Nendoroid. In December, I unboxed my first ever freeing bunny and had just an absolute whale of a time unboxing that one. Completely changed the entire way that I see freeing bunnies. If you're interested in that video, I'll put it in the description down below. But I did not have the same experience with this Nendoroid. I came away from that bunny unboxing going, oh, I get it now. I see these in a new light. But I unboxed this one and I went, oh, everybody was right. These are a pain in the fucking ass. Because they are. Like, let's be honest here. With all these little parts and stuff like that, the quality's going down. She fits together relatively well, and she was still super annoying. I get it now. When people say you put your Nendoroid in one pose and then you don't move it, for real, it is like, I was not prepared for the level of frustration that I was gonna have with this figure. She is really cute though. Obviously, I had to. When I saw this figure go up for pre-order, I knew that I needed her. I love Komi-san. It's one of my favorite shows to come out of the last couple of seasons of anime. I know people had some criticisms of it. It's not gonna be for everybody, but personally, I really enjoyed it. I can really relate to Komi on a lot of different levels. And I was just honestly so excited to add this one to the collection that I don't even really care that it's a Nendoroid. I just think she was really cute. I did say when they first announced this, I was like, I'll only get it if she comes with this faceplate. And then she did, and so of course I was like, okay, well, now we have to buy her. There are a ton of different ways to display this Nendoroid, but personally, my favorite is with this faceplate and with the cat ears. Just absolutely adorable, very expressive, and very Komi. I'm gonna leave the in-depth critiques to the people that know Nendoroids better than I do, but to be completely honest, pretty alright experience. As far as Nendoroids go, they're really not my thing, but this one is super duper cute. I think you get enough accessories, especially considering the modern day prices. It's not too bad.
I'll be honest. I was so annoyed with playing around with all these little parts that I just took pictures of them all instead so I could still show them to you, but not spend an hour filming B-roll. Komi comes with 3 faceplates, a standard doe-eyed expression, a blushing, kind of more embarrassed one, and my personal favorite, which is a replica of her big-eyed goofy expression she's drawn in when she's scared, excited, or surprised. She comes with 2 sets of arms, one straight and one bent at the elbow, and 3 pairs of hands. She has just regular hands, as well as hands that can hold objects, and a pair of clenched fists. As far as additional accessories, she comes with a pair of super cute cat ears, her school briefcase, and a piece of double-sided notepaper like the notebook she uses to communicate. The notepaper says arigatou gozaimasu, or thank you on one side, and gomen nasai on the other, which is I'm sorry. She does come with the regular Nendoroid stand, but I would recommend picking up a set of the easel stands if you're able to. I didn't because as far as I know they only come in packs of 3 and I only have one Nendo, but because her hair is so long it's quite difficult to position her on the base. I have her displayed with her bug-eyed faceplate, cat ears, and briefcase. I also chose the clenched fist for her left arm to give her more of a determined, yeah, I'm gonna do it type of vibe. Overall, she's exactly what I expected. Her paint has no flaws, her parts fit together, and she's exactly how she was advertised. So if you're interested in picking her up, I would say this one is a pretty safe bet. My only gripe is that I had to pay DHL at the end of October to ship her, and then the cheaper shipping options came back literally days later. So that was great.
And of course, as I said in the intro, I do have two beautiful big quarter scale Urzas to unbox with you today. I do have unboxing footage and b-roll for them already, and so the next time you will see me in this current form will be in the outro. But again, just wanted to reiterate, this was supposed to be my 3 Urza unboxing thing. That's not gonna happen because my 1/6 got delayed, but I will be doing a video showcasing them all 3 together when that one comes in. I just wanted to kind of show off these ones just to like fill out this video with some interesting things. So you will be seeing these figures again. I will just be talking about like different aspects of them. I'm kind of thinking instead of showcasing the figures themselves that I've already showcased, I'll just be kind of like comparing them to each other and contrasting them instead of like talking about them again. But without further ado, let's get into the unboxings of these fantastic ladies. Oh my god, you guys, the box is a little worse for wear, but she's here! Oh my goodness sakes. I am reasonably certain I know which one this is, and I'm gonna be honest, I am a teensy bit nervous. But at this point, we just gotta open her and see what we've got to work with. Give her. The Amazon Japan boxes are easy because they've got these like pull tab things. Ah! Oh my goodness, I'm nervous. Pop-up parade. Urza Scarlet extra large. This is crazy. I'm so excited. Obviously, because this is a bit of a newer line, I thought it would be interesting to kind of pay a little bit more attention to the box than I usually do. So this one reminds me quite strongly of the Freeing Bunny boxes. There is no window on the front, and it is this very nice like corrugated cardboard like the Freeing Bunny boxes are. Again, we've just got a picture of the figure on the front and the Pop-Up Parade logos, licensing stuff, I'm assuming. Can't read backwards, so, you know, there's that. You can see it better than I can. On the side again, Pop-Up Parade, and picture of the figure. On the back, kind of just more of the same. Distribution information. Other side, again. I think we get the point. And on the top, again, very nice. Now, I am a little bit concerned because this box is a little bit beat up. I'm not sure if you can see on the side here. She's a little bit smooshed, which is only slightly concerning. So, I guess we're gonna crack her open and see if she's damaged. I really hope not. Amazon Japan is angry with me right now. So I'm really trying not to piss them off by having to make a return on this figure. So pray with me that she's safe and sound inside this box because she is a little bit beat up. So we'll see how this goes. Oh my god, she's huge! I don't know what I was expecting. That's actually crazy. Oh my gosh. She's huge, humongous. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. You're kidding me! Wow, okay. Listen. Ah! She's so cute! Okay, so the first thing I noticed immediately was that she does not come with the god-awful hexagonal Pop-Up Parade base. This is just a very nice clear rectangle. Thank you, Good Smile. You knew that we hated them. I also really appreciate the fact that it is not colored. Like, yeah, I know some people might have criticisms of like the clear plastic, But honestly, could you imagine if they did like the colored plastic for these things? Okay, interesting side note. I don't know if all of the XLs are gonna come like this, but this is the first time I think I've ever gotten a figure that's wrapped in bubble wrap, like in the packaging. Usually it's just like a clear plastic that they wrap to avoid, you know, paint transfers and such, but this is actually just like straight up bubble wrap, which is interesting. So she did come in this big giant bubble wrap sleeve, but then she also does have some protective plastic on her body as well. It's just probably to protect from paint transfers between the different finishes, which obviously you appreciate on a figure that you spent 20,000 yen on. And her sword is so big. That is crazy. I don't know what I was expecting, but this is very cool. I'm gonna take the plastic off here. So she's got one underneath her skirt, and then one that separates her front hair from her armor piece on the front. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to show you this, but the one that I just pulled off that was like protecting her front strands from her chest piece was also protecting her back strands from touching her back at all in any way. So very decently surprised by this. Just looking her over for any paint flaws or anything that I'm gonna be super unhappy with, and I actually can't find anything, which is nice. Let's set her down here on the base. There we go, she's standing! Oh my gosh, very cool. One little nitpick that I'm gonna make before I forget is that she does not have metal foot pegs. So I am assuming, based off of my previous experience, that most of the freeing bunny quarter scales come with metal foot pegs. And I also have actually gotten like regular sized pop-up parades that come with metal foot pegs as well. I'm not sure if it's just because her pose is very like sturdy that they figured they didn't need to, but I would have liked to see some metal foot pegs just for like the longevity of this figure. I'm not too worried about it. She does seem pretty sturdy, but I would have expected metal foot pegs is what I'm saying. I gotta get her sword on here. I wonder if this one does the same thing that the regular one does, where it's like, yeah, there we go. So the top part comes off of the sword here. I just did that so that it can go through her hand like so. Maybe a little bit of a tight fit. That's okay though. Get that in there. Do I have it facing the right way? Probably. This is probably right, right? I think that looks right. Doesn't that look right? I think so. Either way, like, come on, look at this.
What can I say about this figure that it doesn't say for itself? I'll be honest, I was nervous about trusting in this one because I know Good Smile and its product lines have been suffering in the QC department recently, but I have to be completely and 100% honest. I'm blown away. I was not expecting to love this figure as much as I do, but I'm so glad. Obviously, first of all, this base choice is fantastic in my opinion. Clear and rectangular so that she takes up as minimal space as possible. We all have that one figure that we love, even though the base is gargantuan and unnecessarily annoying, but this is not that one for me. I personally really like her face. Although her mouth is a bit weird from certain angles, her eye decals are so pretty and I love her determined expression. She has absolutely zero paint flaws, aside from this one weird spot on her skirt armor in the back. But honestly, how often do you see the back of your figures anyway? Her hair could have stood for some more individual strands. I think the sculpting is a bit bland, but it is a really pretty, true scarlet color, and it has decent shading. The paintwork and sculpting details on her armor is just superb, from the metallic parts of her chest armor down to the pleating on her navy skirt. Her guild emblem is sharp and clean, just as expected, and although it's simple, the sword fits in very well. I really only have one nitpick about this figure, and it's not even really that serious. The seam line where they've attached her hair to her bangs is pretty noticeable, and although that is a pop-up standard, I wish they would have put some effort into hiding it because I know that'll be a turnoff for lots of people. The reason why this is not a fatal flaw, in my opinion, is because you only really notice it if you're looking at the top of her head. Based on how big this figure is, I would guess most people would be displaying her on top of detolfs and such, so as long as you display her at eye level or a bit higher, you'll never even have to look at that anyway. Overall, I was so pleasantly surprised by this one, and if you're an Urza fan, I'm telling you, you absolutely can't miss this one. For her size and quality, in my opinion, she is extremely well priced, and I couldn't recommend it enough.
Oh, I actually don't even know how to start this because I just had a mini heart attack. So I've been waiting for this box all day. And on DHL, when DHL delivers something, you have an option to put in the comments like, hey, you know, delivery specifications or whatever. And so in the comments for this package, I said, hey, you know, like, we're gonna be home, so if you could ring the doorbell, please. Like, we have porch pirates, so like, please ring the doorbell so we know we can go and get it immediately, that kind of thing. And sometimes they do that, sometimes they don't, right? Like, yeah, it's a little annoying when they don't, but like, we ourselves have never actually had anything taken, but our neighbors have, and so, you know, it's just like a little thing I like to tell people, just to be like, hey, you know, if you do, that would be great. And so, I'm sitting here waiting for this package, and I get the text message that's like, package number whatever whatever has been delivered at such and such a time 20 minutes ago. And I was like, ah, they didn't ring the bell, whatever. So I go to get this box off my front porch, and it's not there. And I start flipping the fuck out because I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it was literally only out here for 20 minutes and it already got snatched. And so I'm panicking because I'm thinking somebody took this goddamn thing. And so I track it using my tracking number so that maybe I can get like a customer service line or something like that to call them. Like, I thought maybe it was an error in the system that they'd marked it as delivered when it wasn't yet, you know, that kind of thing. And so I'm looking for anything that can help me at this point because I'm freaking out. And they have to attach a proof of delivery photo for DHL. And I shit you not, I am being 100,000% genuine. I would not have found this package if they did not attach the proof of delivery photo because they delivered it to the wrong goddamn house. And so I had to go to my neighbors like 5 doors that way and be like, hey, like, this is my name and this is my address, this is my package, like, sorry for the inconvenience. Like, I just straight up would not have this box. Like, they delivered it to the wrong goddamn house. Like, they weren't even close at all. Like, none of the numbers are even the same. I feel like I sound angry. And I'm not, like, I'm really more so just, like, stressed than angry because I was panicking. I was like, this is a really expensive figure that just, like, vamoosed off my doorstep, you know? Oh my god. Swear to god, I got a couple gray hairs now, guys. That is actually insane. Oh my god. Okay, I guess we gotta open this thing. I do, in fact, know what this one is, because the other one that I had out for delivery showed up 2 days ago. So I definitely know which one this is, and I'm so excited, actually. Okay. Here she is! Oh my god, I'm so excited. Wow. Oh my god. Yes! And here she is! This is the freeing quarter scale Urza Scarlet Bear Leg Bunny. We've been new. Like, ever since I ordered this, I can't shut up about it, and so I'm very excited to own this. Please manifest good zhuzh for me right now that there are no defects on this figure, because it has been quite the ordeal to even get her here. Aside from the whole DHL dropping her off at the wrong address thing, I had problems paying for this figure because Amazon Japan screwed up. So I really am hoping I don't have to send this back. I don't think you guys really care about the box. It's just standard freeing bunny things. So without further ado, let's just crack her open. You guys are seeing her before I am. Is she cute? Yeah, she's cute. Oh, I'm so excited. This is amazing. Okay, hold on 1 second. So as usual, I've just looked her over for any immediate paint flaws because I do believe that you can return figures on Amazon Japan. It's a lot easier than returning to places like AmiAmi and such. And I know that freeing bare leg releases can sometimes get a little funky. She looks good right now at this very moment, so I have hope. I'm really cutting this blister very weirdly. So much for a satisfying blister peel. Man, we don't expect like polished stuff on this channel, do we? Plastic on her legs. How am I supposed to get that off? So her feet are attached to this part here, but she has like sleeves on her legs. How am I supposed to get these off? Unless I can like take this plastic part off somehow? I do not know what is going on. So we're gonna put her back in there for a second, and I'm gonna take a look at the base and see if I can figure out what is happening. Okay, first thing that I'm noticing about this base is that it is a lot smaller in circumference than my other freeing bunny was. So points for that, because I did have criticisms about how big the base was on the other one. So I like to see that it's like nice and compact, first of all, but I still don't know what's going on here. I think I have to take this white plastic piece off the bottom of her shoes. But it's really tight in there. I don't think I'm supposed to. Like, I don't want to break her, but also like, the math don't math here. Hold on. Just gonna gently wiggle and hope that I don't break her. Oh, I'm so stressed. Wiggle, please. It's kinda coming, which makes me think that this is what I'm supposed to do. My God, if I break this figure, I'm gonna cry. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to like give her. This is actually scary. Oh my God. Oh, she's not broken. She's not broken. She's not broken. She is not broken. She's fine. Oh my God, that was actually scary. So now we can take the plastic off her legs. She also does have a little piece of foam here that is separating her hand from her suit. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull that out there. Looks like she has one on her arm as well, and one on her front strand here, so just looking her over for any imperfections, anything that I'm super unhappy about. I can't find anything that's super major. Obviously, you know, it's not gonna be perfect, so there are little tiny nitpicks I could make if I really wanted to. But overall, very nice. Doesn't seem to be defective in any way, so awesome. Don't have to send her back, that's a relief. I am going to explain how you have to get this bunny on the base because it seems self-explanatory now that I know, But as we just established, I was a little confused, so we're gonna go over that. So obviously, as we just established, you have to pull off the white piece that is attached to her shoes in the box. And then she also comes with this little like clear wedge thing that comes attached with her base. So all you have to do is attach this one here to her left shoe, like so. And then she'll just go right on the base, just like this. Yes? Oh my goodness. Why are you being difficult? Is that it? Did I do it? Oh my god, I'm so nervous that I'm gonna like break this figure. Ah! I did it! I did it! I did it. I did it. She's standing. We're okay. Oh my goodness, this is such a chaotic unboxing. I do not want to miss any opportunity to express how gorgeous this figure is. However, I think we've established I'm having an off day, so please forgive me. I just need to get this like done and assembled so that I don't have to like stress about it anymore. You have been the bane of my existence for several weeks now. And it's nothing personal, but I really just need to get you assembled and on top of this goddamn detail because I'm about to lose my marbles. There we go! This bunny girl has ears! She's actually really cute. Not that I doubted it for a second, but she is really cute. I think we will just motor right along to the B-roll and my final thoughts on this figure because I am spent for the day. But she is very gorgeous and I'm very pleased to have her in my collection.
At first, I found it difficult to figure out what I wanted to say about this figure. While she is gorgeous, and by no means do I regret getting her, unboxing her only a few days after receiving that extra large was definitely a thunder stealer. In my opinion, comparing what they cost, their size, and overall quality, I am shocked to say the Pop-Up Parade upstaged this bunny. That could totally be a matter of personal opinion though, because overall there is nothing objectively wrong with this figure. Overall, her paint is pretty good. Her hair is this deep, gorgeous crimson color, a little darker than her true scarlet in the show, but it has a lot less bubbles in the paint than Nendo's did. I wouldn't describe her bunny suit as exactly black. It's got a little bit of a grayer, more muted depth to it in real life. Paint on the suit is pretty good though, barring this one spot on the gloss under her right cup. She does have some minor scuffs, a very faint one on her collar that's a bit hard to see, and one on her left arm above the wrist cuff. I was going to mention that her left leg has something a bit weird going on. You can somewhat see this seam line running down the front of her kneecap that wasn't quite buffed out when she came out of the mold. It was really hard, if not impossible, to capture on camera though, so honestly, unless you have your nose like 2 inches from her, you really can't notice. The one thing I have a real nitpick about is actually not a flaw, but a design choice. Her body shading is much more pronounced and much oranger than the original prototype. This is obviously a very divisive opinion as well, and while I do think it gives her more dimension, the coloring and the opacity isn't my personal favorite. Although I do feel like I'm saying mostly negative things, I don't want it to be lost on anyone that this is overall a very pretty figure and I am super pumped to add it to the collection. She looks so great on my honorary bunny shelf, and even though I still don't consider myself to be a bunny fan, they are definitely the jewels of my collection at the moment.
And that is all I have for you today. That is the end of my January haul. Again, not all of this stuff was picked up in January. It's kind of just been stuff I've been collecting since September. So I hope you did enjoy this video. If you are new here or if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below if you are interested in seeing more content from me. But of course, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side.